Beloved child of the eternal light, hear me now as I draw near to whispered truth into your soul. Do not mistake this moment as ordinary, for no word from heaven is ever spoken without purpose. Every syllable I release into your spirit carries the weight of eternity, and every phrase is an anchor meant to steady you in the shifting tides of life. You have been asking questions, haven't you? You look at your life and wonder why certain doors closed, why some prayers remain unanswered, why your path seems uncertain or delayed. You question in the secret corners of your heart, does God see me? Does He remember me? Does He still have a plan for me? And I tell you with all the authority of heaven, yes, He does. Not only does He see you, but He holds every detail of your existence in His holy hands. Not only does He remember you, but He wrote your name into the eternal book before the foundations of the earth. Not only does He have a plan, but that plan is good, perfect and filled with promise beyond what your eyes can yet see. If you believe this, type Amen right now as a declaration of trust. Let your agreement echo through the unseen realm. The words you carry in your heart, God always has a plan, trust it, live it, enjoy it, are not just comforting phrases. They are holy instructions from heaven. They are divine steps that, if you follow them, will carry you from despair into hope, from confusion into clarity, from wandering into destiny. For the God who designed the stars, who numbered the sands of the sea, who orchestrates the rising and setting of the sun, this same God has designed your story with a precision and beauty beyond comprehension. Do you feel the weight of that? Comment 1111. If you're ready to align with the divine order of His plan. Comment 222 if you're stepping into deeper trust. Trust it, child. Trust the plan. Even when the road bends and you cannot see around the corner, even when shadows fall and your heart trembles with uncertainty, even when others rise against you and the weight of the world presses heavy, trust it. For trust is not blind, it is faith's vision. Trust says, though I cannot yet see the masterpiece, I believe the artist is at work. Trust declares, though the puzzle looks scattered, the maker holds every piece. Trust whispers, though I feel small and forgotten, the author is writing something eternal in me. And trust is not passive. It is the strength of your spirit refusing to bow to fear. It is the courage to walk when the path is dimly lit. It is the steady heart that says, God, I do not understand, but I still believe. If you have been waiting, if you have been praying, if you have been carrying burdens too heavy to name, I invite you now, comment 222, to declare that you are stepping into deeper trust. Each 222 is a spiritual alignment, a reminder that heaven's timing is never off. When you learn to trust God's plan, you release the illusion of control. You stop wrestling with the what ifs and why nots. You stop trying to manipulate outcomes, and instead, you surrender to the flow of His divine timing. And child, do you not see? His timing is perfect. He is never late. He is never early. He moves in ways that align, not only with your life but with generations before you and after you. Your story is woven into a greater tapestry, and every thread has purpose. Think about this. Every delay, every detour, every disappointment, it is not wasted. Heaven wastes nothing. What feels like a setback is often a setup for a greater unveiling. When you trust, you are saying, I believe the unseen hand is moving even when I cannot trace it. That is why trust is powerful. It silences fear, disarms doubt, and invites miracles. If you are claiming that today, type Amen below. Live it, but trust alone is not enough. You must also live it. What does it mean to live God's plan? It means waking each day with open hands and open heart, saying, Lord, here I am, use me. It means refusing to compare your journey with another's, for comparison is the thief of joy. It means walking in obedience, even when obedience requires sacrifice. To live the plan is to actively participate in it, to embrace both the blessings and the trials, knowing that both are shaping you into who you were created to be. Living the plan is not passive waiting, it is active faith. It is showing kindness when the world is cruel. It is forgiving when bitterness would be easier. It is loving when hate surrounds you. It is serving when no one notices. Living God's plan means aligning your choices, your words, your thoughts, and your actions with His truth. It means carrying His light into every place you go, and when you do this, even the ordinary becomes sacred. Washing the dishes becomes worship. Speaking a kind word becomes a sermon. Walking to work becomes a pilgrimage. So I ask you now, are you ready to live the plan? Not just read about it, not just hear about it, but embody it every single day? If you are, type 777 in the comments. Let this number be your seal, your covenant, your reminder that divine completion rests upon your steps. Comment 777 if you are ready to live the plan fully. Enjoy it, and then, beloved, there is the final step: enjoy it. Too many live life in fear, worry, and regret. They trust only halfway, live half-heartedly, and miss the beauty of the present moment. But God did not design His plan for you to walk through it in constant dread. He created it so that you could experience joy, even in trials, even in waiting, even in seasons of uncertainty. Enjoying God's plan does not mean every day will be easy. It does not mean there will be no tears. It means you learn to find joy in the midst of it all. Joy when the blessing arrives. Joy when the lesson stretches you. Joy when the breakthrough finally comes. Joy when all you can do is breathe and say, I know He is with me. For joy is not based on circumstances. Joy is rooted in God's presence, and He has promised He will never leave you. Joy is your strength. Joy is your inheritance. Joy is your weapon against despair. And when you choose joy, you declare to the enemy, you cannot steal what God has given me. If you are ready to enjoy the plan, fully, deeply, with laughter, even through tears, type 999 right now. This is your declaration of eternal joy. Type Amen to claim this word. Every season has purpose. Comment 111 if you believe your life is divinely ordered. Comment 999 if you are claiming eternal joy. Declare aloud, I trust God's plan. I will live God's plan. I will enjoy God's plan. I will enjoy God's plan. Child, when you trust, live, and enjoy God's plan, you step into the fullness of His promise. It's as if a veil lifts and you begin to see the intricate tapestry of His design woven through every moment of your life. Every delay, every closed door, every loss. None of it is random. Each serves a purpose, a divine orchestration. The divine orchestration may not make sense in the moment but shines with clarity in the light of eternity. The delays are not denials. They are protection, shielding you from paths not meant for you. The closed doors are not rejections. They are redirections, guiding you toward a better way. The losses are not endings. They are preparations, clearing space for something greater. Something only God could conceive. Nothing in your life is wasted. Every tear you've shed has watered the ground for a future harvest. Every disappointment has carved out room for new beginnings. Every setback, no matter how painful, is a setup for a divine comeback that will leave you in awe of God's faithfulness. Consider the seasons of your life, even the ones you've questioned or despised. Do not curse the waiting, for in the waiting, God is strengthening you. In those quiet, seemingly stagnant moments, He is building resilience in your spirit, teaching you to lean on Him, to trust His timing over your own. The waiting is not punishment, it's preparation. It's where your roots grow deep, where your faith is tested and refined. Do not reject the process, for in the process, God is shaping you. Like a potter with clay, He molds you through challenges, smoothing out imperfections, crafting you into a vessel fit for His purpose. And do not fear the unknown, for the one who holds the unknown also holds you in the palm of His hand. His grip is steady, His love unwavering, His plan unshakable. Think of Joseph, a young man with dreams of greatness, betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit. To the world, his life looked like a series of tragedies, a string of injustices that could have broken his spirit. Yet from heaven's perspective, every step was leading him to the palace. The pit was not a place of abandonment, it was part of the plan. The slavery was not a demotion, it was a step toward his destiny. The prison was not a dead end, it was a training ground for leadership. In the end, Joseph stood before his brothers, not with bitterness but with grace, declaring, "What you meant for harm, God used for good." His story is a testament that God can take what seems broken and weave it into a masterpiece. So it will be for you, child. Your pit, your prison, your betrayal, they are not the end of your story, they are chapters in a narrative that leads to triumph. Think of Esther, an orphaned girl raised in obscurity, who became a queen in a foreign land. Her life was marked by loss and uncertainty, yet every hardship prepared her for a divine assignment. She didn't understand why her path unfolded as it did, but when the moment came, her courage saved a nation. Her crown was not a random stroke of luck, it was a divine strategy, orchestrated by a God who sees the end from the beginning. Your life, too, is no accident. The struggles you face, the dreams you carry, the moments of doubt, they are all part of a greater plan. Your hardships are preparing you for your assignment, and your to are due to an to you. Obedience is positioning you for your crown. Think of Jesus, the Son of God, who walked the earth in humility, only to face the cross. To the world his death looked like defeat, the end of a movement, the silencing of a voice. But from heaven's view it was the greatest victory in history. The cross was not a tragedy, it was a triumph. What seemed like the darkest day became the cornerstone of eternal hope. So it will be for you. The moments that feel like crucifixions in your life, the pain, the loss, the betrayal, are not the end. They are the prelude to resurrection, to a comeback that only God can orchestrate. Your darkest days are not the final word, they are the setup for a divine turnaround. Your life, beloved, is no accident, your journey is no mistake. The pain you feel, the delays you face, the dreams you carry, they are all known by God. His word declares, "I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give for you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." These are not empty words, they are a promise from a God who cannot lie. Every detail of your life is seen, every tear counted, every prayer heard. The delays you lament are not God's indifference, they are His careful preparation. The dreams you hold are not forgotten. They are seeds planted in fertile soil, waiting for the right season to bloom. The pain you endure is not purposeless, it is a chisel in the hands of a master sculptor, shaping you into his image. So rise today with new confidence. Do not let fear bind you, for the one who created the universe walks with you. Do not let doubt silence you, for the Spirit of God speaks through you. Do not let the voices of others distract you, for the voice of heaven is calling you forward. Lift your head, breathe deep and declare, "I trust the plan, I will live the plan, I will enjoy the plan." These words are not just a mantra, they are a battle cry, a proclamation that aligns your heart with heaven's purpose. When you speak them, you shift the atmosphere, you silence the enemy, and you step into the authority God has given you. Heaven is on your side, child. Angels walk beside you, ministering spirits sent to strengthen you. The Spirit of God dwells within you, a wellspring of power and peace. Your obedience today is not in vain. It is opening doors for tomorrow. Your surrender today is not weakness, it is the key to unlocking miracles. Your faith today is not fleeting. It is the foundation of your testimony tomorrow. So walk boldly, knowing that the Creator of all things delights in every step you take toward Him. The earth awaits your light, for you were created to shine, to reflect His glory, to carry His love into a world that desperately needs it. Consider the life of Abraham, who left everything familiar to follow a promise he couldn't yet see. He stepped out in faith, not knowing where he was going, trusting that the one who called him was faithful. His journey was not without struggle. Years of waiting, moments of doubt, tests of faith. But every step was leading him to a legacy that would bless nations. So it is with you. Your steps of faith, though they may feel uncertain, are leading you to a legacy that will outlive you. Your obedience, though it may cost you, is planting seeds for a harvest you cannot yet imagine. Think of Moses, a man who felt inadequate, who questioned his calling, who stood before a burning bush and argued with God about his own limitations. Yet God chose him to lead a nation out of bondage. Moses' insecurities did not disqualify him. They were the canvas on which God painted his power. Your weaknesses, your doubts, your fears, they do not disqualify you. They are the very places where God's strength shines brightest. He does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called, and you, beloved, are called. Think of David, a shepherd boy overlooked by his own family yet anointed as king. His life was marked by battles against lions, against giants, against enemies within and without. Yet through every trial God was preparing him, teaching him to trust, to worship, to lead. The Psalms he wrote in the wilderness became the songs of a nation. Your wilderness moments, your battles, your struggles, they are not wasted. They are shaping you into a leader, a worshiper, a vessel of God's glory. Your songs of faith sung in the dark will become anthems of victory in the light. The beauty of God's plan is that it is not contingent on your perfection. You do not have to have it all together to walk in His purpose. You do not have to understand every detail to trust His direction. You do not have to see the entire path to take the next step. All He asks is that you trust, that you live, that you enjoy. Trust that He is good, that His plans are for your good, that His timing is perfect. Live with intention, knowing that every choice you make to follow Him is a step toward your destiny. Enjoy the journey, for even in the waiting, even in the process, even in the unknown, there is joy to be found in His presence. Your life is a story, and God is the author. He does not write haphazardly. Every chapter has a purpose. The moments that feel like plot twists, the unexpected losses, the sudden changes, the unanswered prayers, are not mistakes. They are part of the narrative, leading you to a climax that will take your breath away. The author knows the end from the beginning, and he has promised that the ending is good. So trust the pen in His hand, trust the story He is writing. Trust that every detail, every moment, every tear is being woven into a tapestry of redemption. The temptation to compare your story to others is one of the most common traps that can steal the joy from your journey. Comparing your path to someone else's can leave you feeling inadequate and questioning your worth. However, it is essential to recognize that each person's experiences, struggles, and victories are unique and incomparable. Embracing this truth is the first step toward fully accepting and celebrating your own story. In today's culture, especially with social media showcasing only the highlight reels of others' lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. These moments of envy or doubt are normal, but they do not define your value or progress. Behind every visible victory, there are countless unseen battles and challenges that others have faced. Your story is uniquely written with a purpose only you can fulfill. No one else has your exact combination of experiences, talents, and dreams, and this divine crafting gives your journey a sacred and distinctive significance. The dreams God has placed in your heart are personal and uniquely tailored to your calling, your gifts, and your journey. These dreams resonate deeply within your soul and align perfectly with the talents and passions God has woven into your being. Cherishing and nurturing these dreams is like holding a roadmap to your destiny, meant only for you to walk. To embrace these dreams fully is to open your heart to hope and possibility. Nurturing your dreams requires patience, faith, and perseverance, especially through challenges. Trusting that your dreams will come to pass in God's perfect timing means believing that delays and detours are not denials. They are part of the journey. When the enemy whispers lies, that you are forgotten, that your life is wasted, or that your dreams are impossible, it's vital to stand firm and declare the truth. The adversary tries to destabilize your faith by planting seeds of doubt and despair, but recognizing these lies is essential to maintaining spiritual strength. Declare truth with confidence. You are not forgotten, you are seen intimately by God. Your life is precious, not wasted, and your dreams are divinely appointed, not impossible. Though the enemy's voice can be loud, God's voice is louder, His promises are stronger, and His plan is greater. Silencing the lies with the truth of God's word allows faith to rise within your heart. Your obedience is a powerful and transformative force that radiates far beyond what you may immediately perceive. Each moment you choose to trust God over the circumstances surrounding you, you create a ripple effect that shifts the spiritual atmosphere in your immediate surroundings and beyond. This choice to surrender your fears, doubts, and worries to a higher power is not just a private act of faith. It is a declaration that invites God's presence into your life in a mighty way. When you choose to worship amidst turmoil, in the middle of the storm, you are opening a door for divine intervention and transformation that transcends any human understanding. Even the smallest act of faith, a single step taken with trust rather than sight, catalyzes a movement of blessings and provision that flows into your life and the lives of those around you. Your obedience is not confined to your personal experience. It branches out like a tree with roots and branches that touch the lives of many, influencing the present and sowing seeds for future generations. It is a legacy in motion, a testament that the life you live in surrender now will echo through eternity. This surrender goes beyond the fleeting moments of today and treads into the eternal realm, where God's plan unfolds in perfect harmony. Walking forward in peace is a profound gift that comes from knowing with unwavering certainty that the one who holds the entire universe secure also holds you in the palm of His hand. This divine embrace ensures that your steps are never alone or misplaced. You are accompanied by infinite love and sovereign power that gently guides, protects, and nurtures your soul. Amid the chaos and confusion of life, this peace is a sanctuary that guards your heart and mind, allowing you to walk with confidence, free from the burdens of fear and anxiety. It is peace that they know dorming soyabdi, and anxiety transcends all human understanding, an unshakable calm birthed from the presence of God Himself. Walking in joy is the natural response when you recognize the immeasurable treasure you carry, the presence of God dwelling within you. This joy is unique. It defies circumstances, and circumstances cannot diminish its brightness. It is a joy rooted not in fleeting happiness but in the eternal reality that you are a beloved child of the Creator. This joy is a wellspring that flows endlessly, overflowing into every part of your life, sustaining you even in the darkest valleys and most challenging seasons. It reminds you that your identity is secure, your future is bright, and your story is still being written with purpose and passion. Walking in trust is the courageous choice to believe that God's plan for your life is unfolding perfectly, even when the path seems unclear. Delays, detours, and difficulties are not signs of abandonment or failure. They are sacred brushstrokes added by the master artist who is crafting a masterpiece more beautiful than you can imagine. These interruptions in your journey are moments filled with divine purpose, moments that refine your character, strengthen your faith, and deepen your reliance on God. Trust does not deny the reality of hardship but embraces the assurance that everything is working together for good for those who love God. Your story is not a series of random events. It is a divinely choreographed dance where every step forward or backward contributes to the grand design. Your life is intricately and divinely orchestrated from beginning to end. There is intention in every moment, and none of it is wasted or accidental. The path you walk has been designed by heaven with a unique purpose that no one else can fulfill. This sacred design is secure and unshakable, even when the world around you seems unstable. Even when the world around you seems unstable, it offers you a foundation that is immovable, holding you steady in the face of trials and uncertainties. This greater design underlines that your purpose is majestic and vital. Your existence matters deeply. You are part of a story that transcends time, one written before the foundations of the world were laid, and one that will continue to echo throughout eternity. Every morning you rise is an opportunity to declare your trust boldly and step courageously into the plan God has laid out for you. Your presence here is not by chance, and your light is needed in the world more than ever. The earth awaits the illumination you bring, the light of faith, hope, love, and purpose that shines through your life. Heaven itself rejoices with delight when you move forward in obedience, confident in the promises God has made to you. You can rest in the sure knowledge that the Father delights in you, celebrating your faith and your willingness to walk in His plan. This expanded reflection is an encouragement to cultivate steadfast faith, deep trust, and courageous obedience. It is a reminder that the unique story you live, with all its ups and downs, is a vital part of God's grand design. Your dreams and desires are not random hopes but divinely birthed and nurtured. They have roots that go deep into the soil of God's promise and purpose. The lies and fears whispered by the enemy are overcome by God's enduring truth, a truth that brings freedom, peace, and life abundant. Your faith and actions reach far beyond your own life, influencing generations yet unborn and impacting eternity itself. Embracing this divine journey requires hope, peace, and boldness. It means walking with the confidence that you are deeply loved and purposefully placed in this world for a reason far beyond what the eye can see. Faithfully living out these truths not only illuminates your path but also inspires others to do the same. Your obedience becomes a beacon that guides those who come after you toward their own destinies, fostering a legacy of trust and faithfulness that will endure. When the storms rage and the waves threaten to overflow, your choice to worship and trust becomes a spiritual anchor. It is in these moments of surrender that you experience the fullness of God's presence most vividly. This presence transforms your perspective, renews your strength, and opens your eyes to the beauty of God's purpose even in difficult times. Each step you take forward in faith opens doors to new beginnings and opportunities that you may not have imagined. These steps are acts of courage and declarations of hope that resonate in the spiritual realm, shifting the atmosphere in your favor. The story you are living is a masterpiece in progress, crafted by the hands of the master artist who knows every detail and every chapter. Your path has been carved with intention, and no challenge or setback can thwart the ultimate plan. The trials you face are refining you, polishing your character, and equipping you to fulfill a divine purpose that is uniquely yours. As you step into this truth, you embody strength and resilience that uplift others, becoming a living example of God's faithfulness and power. This journey you are on is not meant to be walked alone. The presence of God walks with you like a constant companion, offering guidance, comfort, and assurance at every turn. The peace that envelops you comes from this divine companionship, rooting you in confidence and hope regardless of external circumstances. Joy becomes your constant companion, because you know you are cherished beyond measure, and that your story is precious in God's eyes. Trusting in God's timing and plan allows you to let go of anxiety about the future. You can confidently step forward each day, knowing that the delays and detours are integral parts of the divine orchestration. They are not barriers but pathways designed to lead you into greater blessings and deeper understanding. Your faith is like a seed planted in fertile ground, destined to grow and bear fruit beyond what you can see in the moment. The legacy you leave through your obedience and faith extends beyond your lifetime. It ripples into eternity, touching lives and shaping futures in ways that only God fully understands. Your light shines in a world that desperately needs hope and truth. Each act of surrender, each moment of trust, each choice to walk boldly in faith contributes to a tapestry of grace and divine purpose that will inspire generations to come. In this vast, beautiful journey, you are deeply loved and wonderfully made, positioned in the perfect place at the perfect time. Embrace your purpose with open arms, knowing that every moment of obedience, every step of faith, and every choice to trust God carries eternal significance. This path is not just yours, it is part of a divine plan that continues to unfold with power, love, and grace. revealing the magnificent masterpiece you were always meant to be. Your faithfulness today inspires tomorrow's hope, and your legacy will shine long into eternity. Trust in His plan, live it fully, and embrace the abundant life that comes from walking hand in hand with the Creator.